we are, welcome back to the channel, and this is round 7 of the RTR League race, halfway through the season. Let's have a look at the qualifying results. We've got Jake on pole again, we're in second place, not the best quality, we had a penalty on our first lap, so we managed to have a safe second lap, but managed to get us into second place. Sorte in P3, followed by Kevin, Raymag, Slammer, Valkyrie, Petrol, Dreamcatcher in 9th, and Obanga in 10th. So this is a 15 lap race around St Croix with the Renault Megane Trophy 11, racing soft and racing hard tyres mandatory. We've got ×3 tyre wear and ×2 fuel. So we're starting off on the hard tyres, and that's normally the best strategy to go with, so we end up being on the faster tyres at the end of the race. So we're following Jake at the minute. So look at Dreamcatcher in P9, he does his best impression of Chris and ends up spinning on the first corner, bit of a heavy right foot and with cold tyres, and that's going to be very tough now for Dreamcatcher to come back on that one. So you can see a bit further on in the lap we've got Sorte all over the back of us, and we know that at this point he must be on soft tyres. We don't want to fight too hard, but we're not going to give the position up easy. We've got Jake in front, and we feel like we've got good pace around St Croix, always been a good track for us, especially in the GR4 cars. So side by side, great race. We're managing to hold on to P2 at the minute, Jake just in front. But as we come to this next corner, this is where it all kicks off. If you keep your eye on the rear view mirror, as we go to take the left hand side, we get a whack from behind, which almost takes us out. Luckily we have to come off the throttle, but we're going to have to look at that. On board with Kevin, you can see the Sorte just coming across a little bit, gets a tap from Kevin I think, who then puts Sorte into us as well. So but that puts us right on the back foot now with about 2 or 3 cars all over the back of us. So again, we're going to try and hold on to this position as much as we can, so we get late on the race into that corner, hold on to P3 at the minute. When we look behind, we've got Raymag and Kevin now going side by side in this right-hander. So on board with Raymag, you can see, just hold on to that, and Slammer comes steaming through. Again, a tight little tap to Raymag and then puts Kevin wide on the sand, and that kind of loses all that momentum. You can see how much time Kevin's lost on that straight now. We've got Petrol and Valkyrie both passing Kevin. So Kevin down to P8. So a bit of a dodgy start to the race for many reasons. But Kevin now in P8 looking to come straight back at Valkyrie, so takes that 7th place. But I do feel this race for me was quite a frustrating one. Having the pace is one thing, but utilising it is another. And when you're on these hard tyres and you've got other people around you on softs, it's almost impossible to get them behind you. So yeah, the trick is not to fight too hard and lose that much time. You can see on board of Sorte, he's going to make a move down the inside of Jake to take first place. So Jake having the same kind of mentality as if we're not going to fight too hard, especially with those tyres, it's a little bit pointless. So on lap 2, you can see Slammer looking to come down the outside. We've got the inside line for this fast chicane. But again, it's Slammer coming down the inside, and we're going to let him go. We decided to let him go. Just like, again, there's no point in holding him back. So as he goes down the inside, we're going to tuck him behind him. But he gets an accelerator a little bit too early and clips the barrier on the outside. So we get that 3rd place back in. But we've got Raymag, we've got Petra behind, and Kevin, all looking, all on soft tyres and all hunting me down. So yeah, we're going to do our best now to try and keep him behind, but you can see the distance that Jake's got on us now. We've lost around, I'd say 3 seconds to Jake. As Remo comes down the side again, we're going to let him go. So down into 4th place at the minute. Now, this is where the race can get quite frustrating. You've got to believe that the race will come to you. So it's alright fighting these guys, but we know that later on the race we're going to be strong. So Kevin wants to go down the inside on the left. We'll give him the room. A little bit of contact there, so we have to back up the throttle a bit, which then gives Slammer the run down the inside. So we're down to 6th place now. You can see Jake's still holding on to that 2nd, and that's our target at the minute because everyone else is on these different tyres. So we know we've got to try and make the most of them when we can. They're coming towards the end of lap 3. Down a difficult left-hander. There's a little nasty bump as you come, like kind of just on the exit, just there. You can see Slammer goes into the wall. We almost hit him. That was so close. He just ghosted out. Definitely brown pants time for us. Just about getting away with that one. He's on board with Slammer. Gets on that grass. Hits the barrier. Just ghosts out in time. I mean, yeah, that was a lucky one. That could have been the end of the race for us. So So in the end of lap 4, see Petrol serving a 1 second penalty, which gives us a chance to get that position back. So into P5 at the minute on lap 4. So on lap 5, you've got Kevin now caught up with Jake. Jake's holding on to P2, but Kevin looking to get down the inside to take that second place. You see his tyres now just over halfway worn. Maybe get another 2 laps on the soft tyres. So I reckon these soft tyres are going to last maybe about 7 laps. But Jake, being Jake, he's not content with that. Comes around the outside of Kevin on those hard tyres. So a nice move there to get that second place back. These two having a nice little fight at the minute. On lap 5, you can see Petrol's tyres absolutely cooked to that front left. So he pits early and he's going to put these hard tyres on to get rid of these softs. It looks like he's actually refueling the car as well. So maybe he's a bit more fuel or being a bit cautious. I'm not entirely sure. So Petrol having a long stint in the pits. It comes out in P9 at the minute. So yeah, Petrol with a fresh set of tyres to try and get a comeback towards the end of the race. So on lap 6, we're in P5. We've got Raymag just in front, and we've actually caught up against these soft tyres for Raymag now. Look like they're finished. As you can see, so much understeer on that last corner, just about keeping up the barrier, but he pits as well. So that's just now into P4, and this is where the race hopefully is going to start coming back to us. But we've got to feel the pain, deal with the pain at the beginning of the race, and then it all comes to us after. Sorte from the lead, pits on lap 7. Now he's going to put a fresh set of hard tyres on. See Kevin behind does exactly the same as well. So look at that front left tyre of Kevin's is pretty much dead. So 7 laps looks like the maximum we're going to get out of these soft tyres. So Kevin comes out in P4, and if you look further in front, we've got Sorte, who was in the lead before he pitted, down into P3, but only me and Jake in front, and obviously we both still have to pit as well. So on lap 8, Jake's going to come to the pits. So we know the pit stop for Jake, but we know Jake is quite good at making the tyres last, and normally the second stint of the race the tyres do last a little bit longer. We're going to go down, we're going to do an extra lap. We're going to pit on the end of lap 9, so as we come past Jake in the pits, we're going to take the lead of the race. But that's going to be momentarily whilst we finish that lap. Jake in the pits now, getting rid of those hard tyres. He's going to put on a fresh set of softs, so Jake is going to be absolutely rapid now for the remainder of the race. On board the Sorte, taking the second place from Jake. And Sorte now on a charge on his tyres, going to do what he can to try and battle for this podium. So at the end of lap 9, this is our time to pit. We're going to come in the pits to get rid of these hard tyres. You can see they're hardly worn, but there's such a time difference. You're talking maybe 2-3 seconds a lap. It's a long lap, so you're talking over 3 minutes at each lap, so massive difference in the size. So Motor Sorte, he takes first. We've got Jake, who takes second place. Look behind, we've got Kevin in third as well, and you can see there's us just coming out of the pitch, so we remain in 4th place at the minute with 5 laps to go. So Motor Sorte, you can see that left-hander from the lead, gets on that throttle a bit too early, and he goes round. There's on board with Jake, and Jake now inheriting the lead from Sorte. But unfortunate from Sorte, and we're going to look on board from ourselves. We come around, we see the yellow flag, and that's Sorte just recovering. So unlucky for Sorte, but now he's in P4. So that's us in that podium position on lap 10 for the minute. You can see 1 lap later we've caught up to Kevin, and this is the difference in these tyres. It's absolutely crazy. We're looking to try and go on the outside. Kevin going defensive. His left-hander is in such a dodgy corner, this one. Kind of understeers. It's a bit off camber as you enter the corner. Give each other enough room, but as we turn in for this left, we get a tiny little tap and drift around the corner. I mean, what a save. I thought was a goner. We'll have a look at that again, but you can see each other giving each other just enough room. It's a great driving. And just as we come to this left, we get a tiny clip. We drift round nicely. Nothing intentional from there at all from Kevin. But yeah, managing to drift around the outside to hold on to that P2 at the minute. But you can see how much time I've actually lost. So if we look at Jake, he's got about a 9-second lead on lap 12. As we're following Jake, you can see that gap coming down, lap by lap. but 9 seconds was the most it was at one point. So all we're going to do is put him under as much pressure as we can. A bit further back, we've got Valkyrie and Tom going at it as well. These two having fun at the back of the grid. Pretty much swapping positions every corner. So side by side through a lot of these corners. Valkyrie just keeping it on the back surf at Tom, and a nice little dive down the inside on Valk as well. Valk having a nice little switcheroo, trying to come back at him as well. Still side by side going for these corners. It's a great action towards the back of the field, but you know, I think this is going to end in tears if it carries on. Again, Tom kicking a bit of dust on the outside, Valkyrie sneaking up the inside. This could only go one way. As we look a little bit further on the lap, Valkyrie just holding on. You see Valkyrie hits the curb on the inside on the grass, gets a bit of a tank slapper. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Ends in tears of Valkyrie in P9. Great racing between those two. Lap 14 on board of petrol. On the last corner, just gets inside that grass. Again, it's such a frustrating spin that is when those tyres lose grip and you lose that momentum and you can't get the car back. But you can see, so damage to the car for petrol on board of Slammer, taking that 6th place from petrol on the last lap of the race. Coming out up into P6. So yeah, it's been a tough race, frustrating race, but also I was happy with the pace. You can see on board we're still driving well, consistent lap times. You can see Jake just in front. We've closed that gap down from 9 seconds at the biggest margin to just over 5 seconds. And that's why I say this is the one that was this the one that got away. I mean, I suppose we'll never know if we could have won the race, but Jake with a dominant victory in the end with fastest lap, pole position and the race win. We come across in second, so the gap was 5.2 seconds in the end. So Kevin finishing on the podium in 3rd as well. Sorte in 4th, so a nice recovery after that spin. Got Raymag in 5th, followed by Slammer. Petrol in P7, followed by Tom. Valkyrie 9th, followed by Rever, Dreamcatcher and Allbanger in 12th. So in terms of the championship, with another race win from Jake, he closes the gap now to 10 points with 7 wins now and 10 fastest laps. Absolutely smashing it at the minute. We've got Kevin in 3rd, followed by Valkyrie and Tom in 5th place. So that's the first half of the season. It's been a cracker for us. Let's hope the second one brings as much drama and as much action as the first half. If you like that, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.